Hey guys, Rex here. Today's test is relatively straightforward and simple. We took 8 different optics, precision rifle optics. We placed them outside in the elements in winter conditions in North Dakota for 2 weeks at temperatures from 33 below zero Fahrenheit up to 34 degrees Fahrenheit. Over these 2 weeks, we tested the optics 3 times, once during the extreme cold part of the spell, although we couldn't get any filming done due to wearing gloves and operating the iPhone. And up to just slightly above freezing, it was allowed to slightly thaw a tiny bit. One day was slightly above freezing, and so the optics had the opportunity to get a little bit wet and then freeze again. And the daily freeze-thaw cycles, mostly it's been below freezing during those 2 weeks, but during a couple of the warm days, it did flex right on that freezing point a little bit. This cold weather test consists of a series of function checks. The things being checked during this winter weather function test, we tested for 7 different things in terms of functionality in winter conditions. The first thing is we looked through the optic. Is it still clear? Was it fogged up? Did water infiltrate? Did a seal break? How are the lens coatings acting up once you get the snow off? Pretty simple. Look through the scope. If it's clear, you can tell. If it's not, you'll be able to tell. The ocular adjustment, simply will the ocular adjustment turn as intended? Magnification adjustments, if the scope had a magnification adjustment, does that turn as intended? The parallax adjustment, does that function properly? The illumination, does that actually function? And if so, how illuminated is it? The elevation knob, is that functioning as normal? One thing that went into the elevation knob function check was all the little features. If it includes a zero stop, is that working? If it includes the unlocking feature, how are those features actually working in accumulation as to that relates to that feature? Additionally, with the windage knob as well, is the windage knob and all adjacent features functioning as normal? We have 3 simple ratings for each one of the function checks. Basically, function is normal. This little green checkbox here, function is normal. That'll give you 1 full point when we add up and do our calculations. If we had any kind of issue with the operation of a certain feature, we would give it half a point. It still is functional, but with an issue. And the third choice is no function. It is not working properly. It is not able to adjust or function as intended. And that we give 0 points. Basically, we scored our calculations for functionality and overall winter value for these optics. Functionality was scored by taking the amount of points scored on this chart here for the different features, and if they functioned or not, divided by the total points possible that scope could have. Now, a few of these scopes do not possess all the features, so I present the data in both different ways for intellectual honesty purposes, adjusted for a lack of features and not adjusted for those lack of features, okay? Likewise, with the winter value was calculated by functionality points divided by the price times 10 to give you a nice round number to look at. The higher the number, the better the value. That's how much your dollar purchases in winter functionality. If you're looking for a scope for wintertime operation or hunting, this will give you a good idea of how much bang you're getting for your buck in that category. Again, the data here was presented in 2 different ways, with the features and without the features being put into the scoring system. All right, let's get to it and see how these things did. Hey guys, Rex here. We got some scopes buried in the snow here for at least, how long? A couple weeks, you said?
At least.
I'm trying to remember. We got them buried here. It's been down to 33 below for a while. And then it warmed up. Stuff thawed out. Froze more. Then snowed a few times. I don't know what else is on the table here. I don't want to lose nothing, so I'm just brushing it off here. Because it snowed a lot since I laid them out here. I don't think there's anything here, right? This is it.
Yeah, I think the lineup.
Okay. So we got an Arken. What is this here? Looks like the Arken 30 millimeter EPL4. This here looks like a primary Arms SLx. This looks like the SH4 Arken 34 millimeter. What the hell is this doing here? Oh, we better keep that, huh? And we got a Super Sniper, straight 10 Super Sniper, I think. And this looks like a Trace. That's where that went. I didn't know where the heck this stuff all went. What's this? Looks like the newer primary arms. Is this their newer SLx? Is that what that is? Right? We got a Vortex Strike Eagle. And we got another Primary Arms SLx. So this is, I think this one here is a 5-to-5 by 25 or by 56, or 5-to-25 by 56 SLx Primary Arms. So I thought, hey, let's just do a few while we're at it. I'm gonna do a function check, see if stuff freezes up on these or not. So we'll start on this end of the table here. Okay, this is the Arken EPL4 6-to-24 by 50. Right. Nice crisp view. See if the ocular adjusts. Ocular adjusts totally fine. There's no fogging, no clouding, no water in there, as far as I can see. Just a little bit on the outside of the ocular. Parallax check right here. No problems. Illumination. Crank it up to 6. Illumination is working. Elevation, like normal. Zero stop. And a windage. All properly working. Not freeze solid. That's good. What do we got here? Okay. This is Primary Arms. ACSS HUD, DMR. Not sure the exact model. Let's try the ocular here. Okay, that's working. And we got a little bit of a problem with the snow. I'm seeing through that very nicely too. Okay, ocular. Working good. Parallax. Okay, she's broke free from the ice here, but she's stiff. Oofta. It's working now. Okay, that's feels dry. And it's pretty stiff. Okay, how about illumination? That sucker is frozen in place. Illumination is not going to work. Okay. Pulls up. It's moving fine. Try to lock it again. There we go. So to lock and unlock, to unlock is not too bad. Lock it back down. A little tricky. Doesn't feel as crisp as normal. Okay. Had to pull on that pretty good. She was frozen shut there. And to relock. Man, this thing is angry. There we go. Takes quite a bit to relock it, okay? So it's working, but it is a little sticky. Just a little sticky. All right, what do we got here? Arken SH4 Gen2 6-to-24 by 50, 34 millimeter, okay? There's snow out of the front here. She's a little blurry, but I think that's because there's a lot of snow on it. Okay. It's not too bad now. It's a little fogged up on the ocular. I think from me breathing on it. Oh, there she is. She's nice and crisp now. All right, the ocular. Ooh, that sucker's stiff. Man, okay, so the ocular is moving. But I would be a little careful to turn that. That's real tight. And borderline not adjusting. Magnification ring. Did I adjust magnification on the other two? No, I didn't. Okay, we'll check that. Very stiff on the magnification ring here. Parallax is real tight, but it is moving. Okay. Is moving. Illumination is working. Oh, there we go. I think my battery's dead or it's not working. Okay, on the illumination. Zero stops good. Working fine there. Let's try this one. So this is the SLx again, the primary arms. This is a 3 to 18. Yep. Magnification ring is working, no problem there. On the Arken EPL, magnification ring is a little snug, but it's turning fine. It's a little more snug than this SLx is, actually. This one is more snug than the EPL. So the SH4 is the tightest of these three so far in the magnification ring. Super Sniper. Real simple on these. Okay. Not a lot of stuff to turn. Good crisp view. Ocular's working like a champion. This is your parallax ring in the back. Parallax is working good. Very, very easy. And turrets working like normal. Both turrets working like normal. Very good. Okay. The ZeroTech, what model is this? Did I say Trace? Yeah, it's a ZeroTech Trace, okay? So this is the ZeroTech. It's got these aluminum caps on it. Let's open that. Beautiful, crisp view. And the ocular is tight, but working fine. Magnification ring, working pretty good. Parallax, whew. Sucker's tight. Real tight. Can you see that? It's turning, but it's very tight. Whew. Trying to pull that out. Okay, once I get it unlocked, she dials good. Let's try to lock it again. Oofta. Getting unlocked was a little tricky. Very stiff to unlock, but once they're unlocked, they work fine. Hey, cool. We got here primary arms, Athena BPR mill. This is a 34 millimeter 5 to 25 by 56. Nice crisp view. Oofta. Oculars froze. Magnification ring is turning with the cheater bar. It's not evenly tight. It's loose and tight and it's binding in a weird way, but it is working. Parallax adjustment on this one's working fine. It's working fine on that one. Illumination knob, working fine. Illumination is nice and bright. Dialing like normal. Elevation turret's good. Got a covered windage turret, working like normal, like it's perfect temperature out. Vortex Strike Eagle. Good clear glass besides the snow on it. Ocular turns fine. Magnification ring turns real easy. Parallax turns good. Illumination damn near froze. Yeah, borderline froze on the illumination. There, she's working kind of now. Elevation, getting it unlocked was not too hard. Relocking was not bad. Working good. This one works pretty good. Okay, and last but not least, Apollo primary arms 4 to 16. Perfectly clear. Ocular works good. Magnification ring turns real good, like normal. Parallax, very, very stiff. I can sort of turn it, but man, I didn't have real good gloves. It's stiff. It's operational, kinda. Illumination is turning, although that's pretty stiff too. And she's working fine. Good batteries. Elevation working fine. Windage working fine. There you go. All right, now for the results. Basically, you can see that most of these optics had some kind of issue in the cold weather. It just depends on which one it was. Here it is laid out. You can freeze frame that for your phone, take a picture of it, print it off, whatever you want to do. When you organize this data into bar charts to rate which optics did the best in each category, the price, you can see the ZeroTech Trace was almost $1,000, $999, followed by the Strike Eagle at $799, Primary Arms SLx 5 to 25 at $599, the Primary Arms SLx 3 to 18 at $499, the Arken EPL at $399, the Arken GEN2 SH4 at $339, the Primary Arms SLx 4 to 16 by 44 at $299, and the SWFA Super Sniper 10 by 42 at $299 in terms of price. Right, taking a look at the optics winter functionality, simply crunching the numbers, you can look at the points scored divided by 7 total points possible. The Arken EPL4 and the Vortex Strike Eagle both tied for first place on functionality with over 90% score. Coming in at a close second place is the Primary Arms SLx 4 to 16 by 44. And then tying for third place, you have the Primary Arms SLx 5 to 25 by 56 and the Arken GEN2 SH4 6 to 24 by 50, tying for third place. After that, you have the SWFA Super Sniper, followed by the ZeroTech Trace and the Primary Arms SLx 3 to 18 coming in last. When we adjust these numbers for null features, not penalizing optics for not being able to score points on features they do not have, the SWFA does a lot better with 100% functionality for all the features it does actually possess. Likewise, the Zero Trace is bumped up just a little bit when you figure it out to a 75 percentile, still bringing it in at second to last place. Looking at the optics winter value in terms of the value being calculated by the functionality divided by the price multiplied by 10, we look at the Primary Arms SLx 4 to 16 by 44 came out on top with the most points for value at 28.66. The SWFA Super Sniper 10 by 42, with its low price and its good performance in terms of functionality, came out in second place. Closely followed by the Arken EPL4 and the Arken GEN2 SH4, which are just below the Super Sniper in terms of functionality value at 23.27, tying for third place. You can see after that, quite a bit lower on the point scale, we have the Primary Arms SLx 5 to 25, Primary Arms SLx 3 to 18 by 50, and the Vortex Strike Eagle at 5 to 25 by 56, slightly lower than that. Here we see the ZeroTech Trace 4.5 to 27 coming in at last place. If you adjust your optics winter value for adjusted null features, again, not penalizing the optic for features it does not have, you will find the SWFA Super Sniper actually comes out above the primary Arms SLx 4-16 taking first place, the primary Arms SLx taking second place. Again, the two Arken scopes coming in at third place. The ZeroTech Trace still remains at the bottom. So if you're looking for the optic that has the best value, the best bang for the buck, without any kind of adjustments to the numbers, you're going to look for the primary Arms SLx 4-16 by 44 is an excellent choice for the money. The SWFA Super Sniper, also a very, very good choice, followed by the two Arken scopes, which come in at a very close third place. I will post the links to all these different scopes below in the commentary section. And if you want the full details of this report, you can find that on our Patreon page. Those scopes all perform pretty darn good in winter conditions. Of course, this is not the only criteria you're going to be testing for your rifle scope. There are a number of other criteria. We, of course, review all that here on Rex Reviews. If you want full details on our methods and materials for the rest of the testing we conduct here, you can go to our Patreon page. I will leave links to the Patreon page below. I'm also including links to each one of these optics. I will provide specific links to load to each one of these different optics, as well as any promo codes I may have to save you money. Of course, using the promo codes always helps to support the channel. A few of these optics, even some that did very well, I do not get any kind of kickback on them. A couple of them I do, so we appreciate that. Thank you very much for watching this video. You guys have a great day.